Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
So we're live and we are talking with Alper, is it Girgin? Do I pronounce it like that?
Yeah, correct, Nat.
Super. And we're going to talk about why brand is important for leaders to attract and retain top talent, the importance of culture and brand, types of cultures in the workforce and how to build them up, and the importance in coaching within an organization.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a delight to have you here, Alper. I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be so insightful.
Likewise. So,
Thanks.
Alper, what are you doing at the moment for work-wise?
Actually, I'm working as a talent acquisition and employee branding manager in a multinational company. And also, I have a book of first 100 days at corporate life for the newcomers, new joiners to the professional life. Also, I have a lecture in 2 universities in Turkey about business practices, also human resources, and I'm a certified coach for EMCC. Plus, I would be in 2 months for ICF actually, and also I'm a point of view practitioner actually, like this kind of stuff. Lots of things on my basket, I can say.
Absolutely. Wow. What a breadth of experience, and must really help you with your coaching, having such diverse opportunities with all those people that you get to meet.
Yes, actually, Kim, I'm just, enjoying the part of coaching also in my interviews as well. The first, part is over there actually. After I joined the coaching world, my, perspective on my job has been extremely changed because now I'm just asking candidates not, you know, close-ended questions, also open-ended questions I'm just asking. And I'm asking much more what, how, rather than why. So it's helped me to understand much more their, aspirations, much more their understanding of their life. Sometimes I use points of view cards as well. So it's really, make me enjoy with my job as well.
Fab. It is such an unlocker, isn't it? Because if once we get the right questions, once we really seek to understand, then actually we gain so much more information about the people that we're engaging with, and then we're better able to support them, aren't we? We're better able to see, particularly I'm guessing in your role in attracting and retaining people, making sure that you know what it is they're going to need to be able to not just survive but to thrive. Being able to ask those more insightful questions must be really helpful in that.
Yeah, sure. Actually, sorry for the outside noise. Just a second.
No problem. So, yeah, I mean, I think, why brand is important for leaders, Kim. Is that basically the brand of the business, or is that the brand of the leader who is recruiting for the business?
For me personally, I'd love to know Alper's view, but for me personally, it's both. Because actually, we know that we join the leader, not as much as we join the organisation. And research shows that 57% of people leave the boss, not the business. So that tells us how important the individual brand is. And I know from kind of personal experience, I had somebody ask me once in an interview, they were like, "You've moved around a lot, Kim. So what would give me confidence that you are going to stay if I give you the job here?" And I said, well, I can honestly say I've never yet left the leader who recruited me. I have left the leader that replaced them. So my response would be to ask you, are you intending to leave? And he was like, it was a great response. I went, it's an honest one. I genuinely, over the years, have left the person that replaced the person that recruited me because maybe there wasn't a value fit or it just didn't gel anymore. So personally, for me, individual brand as the leader, as much as organizational brand, are really important, because if they're out of kilter, then there's a disconnect. But that's just my personal opinion. Alper, I'd love to know your view on that.
Yeah, sure. Because when people approach you with your also personal brand, with the company brand, people much more, let's say, think about you that I can get more from that organization as well as from that person. Because in nowadays world, people really, have their personal image plus their, let's say, their professional image together. So as a coach, when I, perform in my company, people also look at my CV as well. Who is Alper? What is he doing? Who I am interviewing with? Look, this company is hiring that kind of person. So that's a great combination of attracting people to your organization as well. Moreover, you have talented people in your organization. More you have, let's say, hypo talents from the industry in your company. I believe in that actually.
I completely agree. I think, there's so much untapped potential in our people, and those organizations that really invest in bringing that out, in helping the talent that they've got to understand their blind spots and shine a light on them, or to get the additional support and mentorship and belief in themselves to enable them to kind of take those steps and fly. They're the ones that we're seeing have got really great retention and great recommendations. They never have a worry about filling a role because everyone's desperate to work for them because of those parts. And I think the additional research I saw showed that 64% of people would take a pay cut if they were given a different boss. So actually, looking into those parts. And there was another statistic about the number of millennials that are currently seeking to find alternate employment because of the lack of development opportunities there are around their leadership style and their leadership skills. So it's becoming significantly more important. Would you agree?
Yeah, actually, especially for millennials part, when I just contact with the millennials, they really, emphasize what are you doing in your professional life plus your ex-profession. I mean, like, your extra professional life, because people really millennials want, let's say, multi-dimensional people in, let's say, in 360 degree expect people in around themselves, because they want to improve themselves in different experiences. So they really emphasize on that.
I love that. And there was the World Economic Forum's report, I think it was back in 2018, but it was talking about the skills gaps, the matrix of skills that would be needed for us to lead effectively by 2022 and beyond. And actually, emotional intelligence, social influence, and social presence were 3 of the 10 skills that were being looked for in leaders for them to be effective by then, because of the changing requirements of the generations we're now leading. People want us to be multifaceted, like you say, so that we can develop as multifaceted people ourselves.
Yeah, Kim. Actually, I'm doing a thesis now in my academician, let's say, profession, I can say, because I'm doing a master thesis as well at the same time, and I'm working on the people awareness on new capabilities of the future. Because, like, when I ask people why they are intending themselves to change, they always say have the same answer: because we want to be updated. So millennials are also wants to be updated in every aspect, because, as you say, the world is changing. People are multitasking. People have new skills. So the important thing is, are people willing to change? If yes, I guess so. They need coaching.
Well, it's true, but I
Very,
think
very interesting. Sorry. So when it comes to the importance of culture and brand, obviously with COVID and with remote working and things like this, it's become very difficult. But how has that? How important is that within HR?
It's a really, really, really difficult question to answer. Not because we, like, for 1.5 years we are working on that, because culture didn't come just with the, the attributes. It comes with the tension of the people, their willingness to change, their, personal stuff, what they're feeling, what they are, how they are approaching to the new world. it really differs person to person. For example, for a mom, the culture means like dealing with the kids at home while they are working. But for instance, for a single person, they want to have just well-being, or just to have some time, personal time, because some of the people are really complaining about they are working too much. Some of the people are just telling that I should deal with my children. So it comes with the people, let's say, characteristics, people personal life. So it's a really difficult question to answer, but the important thing is we have to personalize HR for every type of people in our new era, I guess.
It's true, isn't it? I mean, the thing we have to remember is that we're all individuals and we all have our own challenges and we all have our own opportunities. And it's about how we all fit together, isn't it, in the culture of that organisation. But I think those organisations that recognise that at the heart, we all want to be listened to, we want to be understood and we want to be respected. And therefore, they try and work with us on those parts. I think they're the ones where we really make a significant difference, because people can see that they're going to be treated on their outputs, that rather than necessarily I turned up at 9, sat at my desk and I stayed there until 5. Certainly for me, since becoming a mum, I've had to evolve the way I work. I spent most of my working life being the one that turned up when the office opened and they turfed me out at the last bit, because I was brought up in that culture where it was not just what you did, but it was how much you demonstrated you were working. And obviously that's just not achievable when you've got a little person that's your responsibility and my joy to look after. So it's had to evolve, but some of that was evolving my mindset, because the people that I work with were like, yeah, it's fine, we're gonna judge you on your outputs, not on your inputs. But it was still that having to work on my mindset to be able to make that change, to be able to get comfortable with the fact that I was still delivering exactly what they expected me to do, just in a new combination of some hours in the office and some hours when my little one's gone to bed. And I guess COVID's helped with that, in the fact that we've all been forced to work from home. So all of a sudden, that whole theory that you can't be working if you're not in the office is kind of dissipated for so many, hasn't it?
Yeah, actually, for instance, me now I'm outside. I'm having a, let's say, an issue with my car, but I can just join that call and I can be with all you guys. So that's the advantage of having COVID. Yes, there are some minimum advantages, because sometimes you cannot make this kind of calls even with the distances like that. But we got used to connect to each other, whatever the distance is and whatever the circumstances is. That's the first learning, I guess, for all humans, as a mindset, I guess. So also the employers, I mean, learn how to manage their employees in that kind of situations, because you cannot make up this in a, let's say, test environment and let employers change their minds. That can be possible. So sometimes, like taking the positive part of it, as we all say as coaches to our clients, seeing the positive way also can do attitude of anything is changing the world, as we can see now, actually.
Very, very interesting. So, in terms of the types of cultures in the workforce and how to build them up, I mean, we're basically just adapting, aren't we, to their lifestyles and their upbringings and perhaps their chosen working hours and routines, right?
Yeah, actually, Nat, it's very interesting in Turkey now. Actually, also in our global part of our business, it changes to country, but also the people needs are very important over there. So we have a very flexible system in terms of working hours. For instance, I'm in now outside, but I'm available with my mobile, as you see. Also, let's say I have some another, let's say, a laptop, another thing like with me as well. So it's, yeah, it's interesting. Like I think the working hours might say it's changing, because like people are able to can deliver their results in the time frame that they have tasks, I mean deadlines, their deadlines. For instance, if a person has a deadline of 3 days to complete his task or her task, that's it. Whatever time it is, he finishes it. It's not important. If the business wins, if the person wins, and everyone is winning on the same table, that's it. So working hours will be just a legal term, I guess so, in the future.
Yeah, very much so. I'm looking forward to what they promised us with the Industrial Revolution, to be honest, you know. We've been waiting for decades for those results, right? Like, come on, I want to work less and make more money, right? Like, that's what we've been saying that. Like, when they got rid of the tractor, when they got rid of the horses and brought in the tractors, yeah. You know, but so what do you think the importance in coaching is within the organization?
I guess so. There is a huge importance over there. After COVID situation, actually, we learned that coaching helps people to look at themselves in a different aspect, in a different, let's say, mirror. I guess so. I'm working with 7 or 8 people from our organization. Yes, I'm an HR guy, but also I have coaching skills. I'm using my coaching aspect, coaching mindset when I'm just working with them actually. I can see their development and I can see their, let's say, mindset change day by day. Coaching is just not a, let's say, magic tool, just, that can change someone day to day. But in the time, let's say in 2 months' time, in 3 months' time, I can really say that their performance is increasing. Plus, their motivation to do life is increasing because when their awareness increase, they know what to do. Because when I just ask someone from here, like, what is your main problem actually as a person? They always say that I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with myself. So coaching is, the right answer, I guess, to make people to understand what they need to do about themselves.
I love that. It's so important, isn't it? Because I remember many years ago being asked, if you're a coach, does that mean you're just better than me? And it was like, no, because actually, if we think about all the top athletes and all the top politicians, all the top business people, sports people, actors, actresses, they've all got a coach. And if their coach were better than them, it'd be their coach that we know. But the fact is, I always explain, my job is to stand behind you and let you know that actually when you run ever so slightly to the left. And if you didn't do that, you could shave 3 seconds off your personal best. So I basically can just help you see your blind spots. But it's why I've got a coach, because I'm a human being. I've got blind spots too. And I'm blind to them because they're blind spots. So actually, as well as being a coach, I have a coach because I genuinely believe in the importance of having somebody to help shine a light on those things, because you want to continue to grow, continue to evolve, and to be the best that you can be. We're all naturally driven to continue to evolve. My nan used to say, every day's a school day, and God bless her, she was right, because we learn something new every day if we keep our mindset in that open space to go, I wonder what it's going to be today. It might be I learned something that I know I'm not going to do that again. Or hopefully I'm going to learn something that says, oh, that went quite well, let's keep going.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm really mindful of your time, Alper, and it'd be lovely to have a conversation afterwards. And we try to keep our broadcasts fairly short. So thank you everyone for listening. We really appreciate it. And yeah, look out for Kim tomorrow. She's going to be streaming live again. And thank you again, Alper. It's been great. We'll have a conversation in a moment.
Yes,
thank you, Kim.
Thank you so much. Take care. Thanks.